Hi guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here and starting another Facebook Live as part of my OLSP 50-day challenge. For those that you don't know what I'm doing, started a live or what are we on, day 22, I believe. So, or day 23, I'm losing count now. Just to set myself a new challenge, and the reason that you do that, it creates accountability, gives you a great consistency and everything else. The reason I look to the left, in case you're wondering, those who ever seen me before, I've got the phone to the side of me, and it does give me more information. And here we go. You're actually on time today. How nice to see you on time. That's why you didn't get the link early, see, because I'm not used to you being here on time anymore. Oh, I'll get that one in.
Sunday. It's more day that's calmer, and not everybody is online from the group, so I have time.
Well, we're here. I have to be here. I've set myself this challenge now, so yeah. I've got to be here, and so. And no doubt you've been working already since silly o'clock this morning. Dawn, yeah. It's in our blood, isn't it? I think it's just what it is. And when you sort of wake up, and it's part of what we do. Part of what we do.
The excitement too, huh?
Yeah, I got a lot of really good, got a lot of good feedback yesterday from basically the live we did from start to finish, because people were jumping on. Carl loved it. It's really given Carl some new motivation. He said he's going to try again and join us. Yeah. So he's because he started off and he come down and he come up, but he is restricted a little bit with work. But it's given him the enthusiasm to really try and make things move forward.
A little bit more energy back. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and a bit more enthusiasm. Yes, because it had subsided a little bit, but he's given he said he took tons of value from Dr. M as well yesterday. So
yes, our Dr. M is great.
Our Dr. M, yes, he does. Yeah. He does talk a lot. Even though he messages me after the lives and said, "Sorry, Phil, I hope I wasn't talking too much."
But he knows a lot. That's why
he does. But I said, "No, great. Is share the value. We don't get it makes it more interesting for people and everything else." So today's subject, as I just gave it to you a little while ago, once again, because it got such good traction on my post yesterday, I gauge it sometimes by the post yesterday, and it came to light because somebody asked me about it, funny enough, earlier in the week, which is why I did my post about it yesterday, because they were part of a program, not here bashing programs, that actually encouraged people to fake it before you make it, and they asked my opinion, and I told them absolutely no way, no. It's a no. I said, because this, as we know,
you can fall hard on your face with them.
Absolutely,
very hard.
As I explained to this person, I said, that your number one in this industry is building relationships and building trust. And I said, there's nothing wrong with using somebody else's screenshot. You can use somebody else's screenshot, but never state that it's your own. Just say, this is what's achievable. This is
our team.
Yeah, this is what my team members produce. This is what my uplines produce. Showing what's possible, and just do that. I said that's called leverage in the system. I said that's what it's known as. Using
we give a little bit away what's going on in our group.
It shows what's possible. And I said to this person, I said they would much rather you do that than you say, hey, look how much I've made already, and then a month down the line or whatever, they find out that this wasn't your screenshot whatsoever. Yeah. And I said, all your trust is gone, your credibility is gone, and you'll never get that back. Never. Nope. And so I thought, I'm going to do the post about it. And I got you probably see the post. Yeah. I got all sorts of comments, and people were giving differing opinions. That's why I like posts like that. They were looking at it from a different angle and saying they can see why they might do it from a confidence point of view. But it still boils down to you don't do it. You don't do it in this industry. There's nothing wrong with sharing someone else's success story, because that's not a bad thing. When you go into the academy group, for example, you can see how many different people are posting, screenshots and things like that. And there are nice sides to it, because on the flip side, I had a guy message me yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before yours, and he had grabbed my latest update earnings post from the academy group, and he showed me where I did the day one, and he said to me, I want to use this on a landing page. He says, can I have your permission to use this post? And I said to him, the first thing I said, I'll give 100% credit for you that you actually came out and asked first without just going ahead and using it. I said, because believe it or not many people would do that. I said, they would just grab it. And I said, absolutely. I said, showcasing it, and he had the entire post. He said, I just want to use it on a landing page. And I said, it's a great thing to do. And that's what was also part of the conversation. I said to him, that is called using leverage. So you touched on a subject I've just been talking about.
Honest. Just be honest.
And I said, just say to them, look how well this person's done in 2 months in the system. You know, I said, that is enough to excite people and get people interested. I said, the fact that you've only just started is irrelevant. Just tell them that. And I said, invite people to join you on your journey. I said, you'll get people to say, hey, what is this? You know, I'll start with you. I said, if you can get somebody to start at the same time as you, then you've got that accountability partner, which you speak a lot about, don't you?
Yeah, it's that what counts. We work with those people. I work with my dominators. I'm teaching them, they're teaching me. And you have, you work together, and if there's no trust, how you build each other up? No, you can't.
Absolutely.
You're equal.
It's such a big one, and it is a shame that some people get lured into these programs that teach it and have these trainers that tell people how they can say, oh, just grab somebody else and just fake it till you make it. You know, once you get to your own, then replace it with yours. You're thinking, where's this going? Where's the logic behind this? It's not. You know,
it's just sell, but it isn't about selling.
No,
it's not about selling. It's about helping. We're helping out. Yeah, you can come into a group with every value, and with that you will see that the value is there to make you better and make you the one who's going to help and not going to scam. And
that's right. I mean, look at Neil Moran. Look at Neil's post the other day. I mean, I took that post and put that into my Facebook group, and I said, and I said, look at this. What a massive milestone! And I copied his entire post from. So it had his name on it and everything, and I said, look at what's achievable here. What a massive milestone! It would have been just as ridiculous if I just grabbed that and say, hey, look how much I've made now. I've now crossed the 100 grey mark. Crazy. Who would do that? I just said, no, but you're championing somebody else's success. And people love that anyway. People just say, wow, that's a huge thing. This program clearly works well, because if anybody can create that sort of income, then there's something right there. There's something really good there. The other subject I was going to touch on today, I won't mention the person's name and I won't show their profile because that wouldn't be fair on the person, not about speaking to them. I had a message left me over last night that I found this morning, Niels, and there was a guy who's in our OLSP, and he said to me, which I get a few, some I like helping and some I don't. I'm sure you understand what our reasons for that. Depends how they come across, and he just basically asked for some help, and he said, I've seen how well you've been doing inside of OLSP. I've got a funny feedback noise. I don't know, is that your end or mine?
No, it's mine.
Oh, is it? Okay. It was quite loud this end. And he said, I've seen how well you've been doing OLSP. He said, I'm struggling to get any sort of success together. And he said, can you give me some advice on what you've done? I'm a dominator. And he said, but I'm not getting anywhere. And he said, and also, could you take a look at my profile and please tell me if anything is wrong? So I'm not going to name the guy's name, and I'm certainly not going to show his profile. So I said, of course. So I just said to him, look, first things first, great that you're a dominator. I said, go through all the training, all the academy training, all the dominator training, and literally apply what you learn. I said, there's no good just watching it and just not doing anything with it. Apply what you learn, because what Wayne shows you and teaches works, period. So I said, that's the first thing, you've got to apply what you learn. I said, secondly, I had took a look at his profile, and I said, there was quite a few things wrong, and I didn't mind telling him because I thought he's asked, I'll be honest. And basically, I'll tell you what I saw, and then you can maybe put your input as to why it's wrong. I saw at least on a quick count 4 or 5 different business opportunities scattered down his timeline. I saw a completely different one on his cover photo with a link sort of typed across it. He had people commenting on his posts with links to other things. it was a bit of a mess. And so I messaged him back and I said to him, firstly, I said there's quite a bit wrong, and I said, I said I wouldn't know what program you're a part of because I see at least 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah.
And I said, secondly, never let anybody comment on your post with a link. I said there are settings that you can actually prevent people from doing this. I said it looks spammy, it looks awful, you know. And I said, and your cover photo is not right because that is also about a different BizOp, you know. And I said, look, take a look at mine, take a look at anybody I work with, see the difference. I said, give out some value, and I said, and I hope this helps. So it was, if somebody's listening and thinking, well, I've got my business is posted on my timeline, what's wrong? Give your input. Why is that not the way to go about it? Give your
because one cross selling will confuse people. You cannot convince that this is a good program if you say if you're posting other programs too. You are searching something. You are what we call a shiny object seeker. You want to be in everything, and we are saying you have to stick to some one thing and learn it completely. Yeah. And
we had that conversation.
Profile, you scattered around everything. Not only that, I will, if you like, I will go to his profile after this and look with you what I can find too.
Yeah, I'll shoot you the link to his profile. I'm sure he won't mind help because he is in OLSP, and I don't mind people like that. No. I don't mind because some people come across a bit abrupt and they want to know how much I've earned and where the commissions come from, and I tell them quite politely that's none of their business. But you wouldn't believe some of the messages I get.
Yeah, I don't work with those people. No, sorry,
I don't entertain them. But when someone like that comes to me and says, "Can I have some help because I'm clearly doing something wrong?" That's different. That's what we're here for. Yeah. That's what we all spoke about yesterday. He's not connected with me. He's not in my team. That's irrelevant. He's asked for help, and I'm prepared to give it to him. And the other message I left with him, I said to him, I said, take a look at mine, take a look at the people I've worked with, and I said, what you need to look at when you're looking at your own profile, is this: would you want to join that person? Would you want to be working with that person? So I said, make sure you look at that profile as if you are attracted to that person's profile. Yeah. And I said, you should be giving out help, giving out value, different kinds of posts. I said, not putting links everywhere and all the rest of it. I said, take a look at mine, take a look at people I'm working with. And I said, and I hope that comes back. And I said, it needs a little bit of work, but I'll shoot his link over to you, and then you might even know him. But I said to him, feel free to ask for any more help, but there's quite a lot that needed to change. But I don't mind that. This is what we spoke about yesterday. This is what we're here for.
Can I have a minute to something they dropped on the door? On the door.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
1 minute.
I'll keep an eye on your seat for you. Make sure no one takes it.
Carry on.
Carry on. Yeah. So if anyone's listening to that, if anybody is wondering to know what is going on, I mean, I said I'm not going to name the person because that's not what we do, but always make your profile and your presence on Facebook or wherever. It needs to portray yourself, and so ideally you should be giving out value, sharing some tips, sharing some information, putting the lives like I do on, putting a nice cover photo on, because those that generally put them up against about a BizOp or a program they're in, if they're what we call following the shiny object, what you'll find is the following month or two, if that, that cover photo will change and it will become the next BizOp, and then it just becomes like a conveyor belt and things like that. So that's what you need to do. But I'm just carrying on about the cover photo story, and I said because what happens is what I was just saying here was I said if you put up a BizOp on your cover photo, you'll find that 4 weeks later you'll need to change that because these are the people that are generally jumping around, and they'll move to another program. They'll change that cover photo to the latest program that they're in, and if anybody is following these people, they're going to stop following. They're going to think, well, this person's all over the place. I don't know what he's doing. When I get new connections come to me, as I'm sure you do, when we get Facebook connections and friend requests, most people in this industry, if you get a friend request, you go and check out their profile first, like I do. And normally, if I'll send them a message with a request, or if a request comes in, 9 times out of 10, they'll say, "Hey, Phil, I can see you're quite active. I see you with OLSP."
Yeah, get other things too.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But they can see that you're active, and they can see you're giving out value, and they go down your posts, and then they connect. Because if I get a friend request in and I look and they're a crypto nut, or they've got someone that's just plastered all over their Forex. Yeah, or they've got one similar to what the guy showed me, then I wouldn't entertain it. I wouldn't have that person, because I think, no, it's not the sort of person that I look
for. They can learn from Marcel. They are very bad at direct messaging. I just had one. I was thinking, oh my, no. What you are doing is just spam. It was a very little introduction, and then boom. I was like, okay, you have to learn. Even if you do Forex or something else, you can learn something.
Yeah, I mean, we've had these conversations. Years ago, I used to stand and try and battle with these people and say, do you normally approach people like this? And now I literally just can't be bothered with them. I don't have the time for them anymore, because it just frustrates you. And so I just
practice. For me, it's practice.
I appreciate that, and I used to do it. I used to do it a lot, and I'd always turn around and say, no, do you normally market like this? Do you normally approach people like this? But I don't bother anymore. If they come at me like that, they're just gone. I'm just thinking, no, I can't be doing with it. And I think the crypto people are the worst, because sometimes they might message you and say, "Are you interested in crypto?" And I say, "No, I'm not, thank you." But no, and they take no notice of your answer. And they're going, "But I've got a really good platform, and you can tell them a second time, but I'm not interested." And then they bombard you with something. You think, you know what? You don't do the industry any favors, because you people are all the same. You're just throwing it at us all the time.
Yeah, but mostly there are not really crypto people who know a lot. I had a Nigerian, a photo of a farmer looking like from Texas, and I said, "You voice message me, and I will listen." Yeah, it was clearly nobody from Texas.
Yeah, there you go.
So
we know when you've been in the industry a little while, we
know the tricks.
We know the tricks. I had one that was quite sneaky almost a couple of weeks back, because when we're in the industry, as we both know very well, it was, if somebody sends you a friend request out of the blue, there's a reason behind it. They are, because especially the industry that we're in, we attract marketers or people of interest for industries of some sort. That's what we do. And this woman, she sent me this friend request, and I checked the profile out, and it just looked normal. It was just the pictures of herself, and I assume it was her. There's always that possibility. It seems like the account had been around for a little while, but you've always got you sort of, hang on a minute, why? So I messaged this person. I said, "Hi," I said, I messaged about, I didn't accept the friend request. I just said, "You sent me a friend request." I said, what made you reach out to me?" So I said straight away. And then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you came up as a suggested friend." So I thought oh, that one. Okay. Right now.
You didn't saw my profile. You didn't bother.
Yeah. So I said, okay. So I said, so then I went back to her profile. I thought, there's something not right here. You get these feelings, don't we? We get these sentences. So then I see she said she's from Texas. So I said, "Oh, I see you're from Texas." So I said, so what? So just out of interest, what do you do in Texas? And then we got it. She says, "Well, myself and my partner have just got involved in this huge investment platform that's going really, really well." I thought, bingo, there we have it. So I went, now I know why you reached out to me. And I said, "I'm not interested in crypto." And then she says, "Oh, but why not? But why not? It's this, it's that." And she said, I just started the 5-page essay started coming out, and that was the end of the conversation. But this is what we do. We pick up, another person not so experienced would have just accepted that message and accepted that friend request and moved on. And no, like oh, you're a massive advocate for it. Be selective who you work with. Be selective who you've got on, on your friend list, and you can do that, can't you, Liz?
Yeah, you have to. You have to, because you have to be you have to have many of those active members. If you don't,
I said
it's
you want the
filled with
right people
rubbish.
around you. It's
Yeah.
it's well known because surround yourself with the people that you want to be part of. Surround yourself with the positive, like-minded people is a true thing. And it doesn't matter if they're already in a program, another program, because
I do
yes,
too,
they might.
Huh?
That's right.
I'm in
They might be doing well in that program, but it doesn't mean at some point down the line they're not going to be interested in what you're doing, because once you connect with these people and you haven't just tried to lever them into your program or whatever, they're naturally going to start watching what you're doing. This is what happens. This is what I say to people. They're going to start watching. Look at what Dr. M said yesterday. Somebody had been watching him for months, which is what I picked up on. We covered this again a few days ago, didn't we? People will watch people for ages, and then suddenly they'll say, hey, show me what you're doing. Tell me a bit more about what this is, and that's what it's all about, man. I've been connected. I've been, as you know, clearing out a lot of my friends and making some new connections, and people are coming to me and say, I can see what you're doing. I can see what they're doing. And these are the people you want, because you get that level of mutual respect.
Yes.
Because I can see what they're doing. They can see what I'm doing. If I want to know more about their business, I will ask them. And likewise. Yeah.
And they have a backpack of knowledge too, huh?
They
so it's always helpful to help each other out with the things you have in your backpack, and you can carry on with give it to somebody. Yeah?
That's right.
Share the knowledge.
Absolutely share the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're connected to the right people, you're going to get that. Look at the value that we've been getting by having Chris Meir and Dr. M on, some people listening. It's just we're here. Everybody can see now. It's a people industry. It's a helping industry, and that's what it's all about. So.
And here I go again. That's why I love to be VIP.
Yes, I think I lost count of how many plugs I had for that yesterday, but it's a work in progress, as they say. Me and my mate Wayne,
But it's between you two.
Yeah, well, it is.
We only can say what we like and what we dislike, but
that's right. But it's nice to be seen like that, though, as well. I do take it as underhanded compliments, from yourself and from Dr. M. But it is little things like this that people we deal with. I mean, I was speaking to a guy just this morning who was a recent friend connection, and it turns out he's in OLSP as well. He's been there quite a while, and he's part of another program. And he said he's building this platform to help generate leads for himself and some team members and all the rest of it. And he said he's looking for input on it, and he said if you get any spare time, he said, I'm not, and he didn't show me a link or anything. He just said, if you get any spare time and you'd like to see it, he said, I'd love to get your opinion on it. And he said, and then just let me know what you think. And I said, if I get some spare time, I said, I'll ask you to look at it. But he still didn't say, well, here's the link, because that, again, it's that mutual respect. I didn't ask him for the link and he didn't give me it. But I said, look, if I get some spare time, I'll happily have a look and give you my own thoughts on it. Because that's where that's where the difference is, isn't it? It's not. He wasn't trying to pitch me on it. He was asking for my opinion on it, And I said to him, I said, give me some chance. I said, give me some time. I'll shoot you a message and I'll happily take a look, see what I think. And some people just don't get that. They think, oh yeah, but he's just trying to get you to join. No, he's not trying to get.
No, it's hard. It's very hard to sell to us. I think we're that trained that we say.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. We know we are in the right group. We know where we belong. And if you try to sell it, it's like, okay, yeah, so you're doing the same thing as we do, but we're staying put.
Yes. It is experience, it is knowledge. But it's a good thing. When people get it, they'll get it. When you're helping people and building relationships, it's going to come back and pay you back tenfold.
Yeah.
It really is, because it's people. I was taught it years ago, and it still stands. People join people. They always have done, and they always will, especially in this industry. You know, they're going to follow people and choose the people that they want to join. They choose the people they want to work with, and
Yes.
and if you're building these relationships all the time, that's what's going to happen.
So we choose people that we want to work with. That's the whole thing. We choose to work with you. You're not selling. It's a problem, yes, but we choose to work with you or not. That's what we are seeking. Are you the type that will flourish among us and will be able to get a program and be able to teach, be able to coach, be able to earn?
That's
Because
right. And that's the difference. I mean, you've hit another really good point, because I've got a few dominators, not hundreds, but I've got a few dominators. But apart from one, all the ones that joined me quite early on are still there. You know, and some of them are smaller commissions, some are not so much. But because you're right, because I wanted to work with these people because they had the right attitude, they need it to work, and that to me is massive. When somebody just wants to earn a bit of money, they're not the right mindset.
No.
When they need it, they need to create this second income because they've got to change their job for health reasons or whatever. These people are completely different people, and they can see that the program works. They can see what I'm doing. They can see what you're doing, so they know they're in a good place. And these people are going to stick around, you know, and they're going to want to learn because they need. And there's such a difference between someone needing it and somebody wanting it. You know, they're two huge things. And one of my mentors years ago, I mentioned it on the Zoom, not the one just gone with Wayne, the one before that, if you remember, when I came on, I spoke to Wayne about Darren Little and Ori Maccabee, if you recall it. Well, I'm sure you were there because you're at most of them. And this guy Darren Little has been around for years, and he drummed in from early on the phrase to me, stop pitching and selling, start providing value. And it's massive, and it's so good. It's so good. And you know, I learned so much from him, and some of his YouTube videos, they're still up there, and some of them are about 8-9 years old. And I was talking to Wayne just recently, and I said to him, I said I said, I remember one of the best videos that I saw Darren do was where he took a laptop. It was about 9 years ago. He took a laptop into an internet cafe and he just popped it up, got a drink. He said, right, I'm going to do some live recruiting on screen, you know. And he literally just opened his laptop up, got his Facebook out. It was completely live. It was as it was. And he just started talking to people, you know, because everyone's, you get the inexperience going, oh, how's he going to get people on board? And he just starts talking to people. He just starts messaging people on Facebook and commenting. And he had about 5 conversations going, and then he narrowed it down towards 2 towards the end of the hangout. And it was, and he's saying to people, can you see what I'm doing? I am talking to people. He says, I'm asking about their life and how they're getting on and where do they want to be. And they've either maybe commented on his post or liked his post. And he's picking up on these people saying, hey, you saw me, and all the rest of it, and get some feedback. And I said to Wayne, I said, it's still one of the best videos. And I said, because he made it look so simple, you know, and it was so, he said, and that was what he was portraying. He said, I'm not pitching my business, I'm not pitching the opportunity, I'm talking to these people, I'm finding their pain points, and I'm offering them a solution.
Bang. I found my best dominator. I found her that way. Huh? She had troubles, didn't felt heard. I Zoom called her and she says, yeah, this, that, and that, and was like, okay, where can I help you? Do you want me to help there, or do you want another opportunity to that I help you? She said, I've done there. Help me. I was okay. Hear me out. If you do this and you promise me to take action, to go hard, you have the time, you go for it, then you can be in my team. Otherwise, I'm not kicking you around. I don't do that anymore. I did that with my first dominators and I'm fed up with it.
Yes.
In there, they're doing nothing. Yeah, okay. I have dominators are doing well. And I have extremely rocket. She is that rocket. She promised
Mm,
me to go hard. She said, okay, what do I have to do? I said, yeah, social media. She said, okay, I've already done some social media, but if you show me how, I will do it. Just show me how. And that's where it comes in our program. We show them how. And if
yes.
you take it, the bull by the horns, you will go. And yeah, you know where she's at the moment. She's rocking, eh?
Mm, absolutely.
Uh,
And this is why it gets back to your point. I mean, Carl's just dropped 2 comments in. Sorry, he can't join, but he's watching because he messaged me about 20 minutes before the live saying he was getting ready, but he'd had a bit of car trouble, so it's obviously gone on. But he's still listening. He's still listening and watching. He can't actually join today. But like I said to you at the beginning, his enthusiasm's coming right back up now. He's getting a ton of value from these, and now he's starting to turn up. He's starting to listen. He's starting to watch. These things make a huge difference. I mean, these are the people. You saw the comments I had from Richard yesterday, my first VIP, who, he's still very new. He's still learning tons as he goes along. But the positivity he holds, again, because he was, like you said, this is one of the people that I wanted to work with. He needed it. He wanted to come in. He'd been burned a few times. He didn't know he was doing. We got chatting, and I got him on board, and he went VIP, and he's determined, 100% determined, to do whatever it takes to become successful with it, and he will keep going. And I said that attitude is just going to take him far, and that's when I've had a couple of conversations with him when I was going back to the yesterday's. It's not a race. I said you'll get it. It will just come. I said it doesn't matter if it takes you another 2-3 months or whatever. I said, but all of a sudden it will just drop into place. That momentum will build, and you just be sailing from them. And we all get dry periods, don't we? We all get periods where it doesn't matter what we're doing, you don't get the leads, or you get some leads, people just don't join, and but you have to learn to the mindset sort of kicks in to just keep
there's
going.
always
You know,
something to do. Always. If you don't have the leads that you have to warm up, if you don't have the members coming in, it's time to find that leads, to make content, to evaluate everything, to set up some stuff. There's there's nothing to do. Can't. If you go forward, it's always something you can improve, always something you can learn, always something you can shoot. Yeah? Even if you go away, you have your phone with you. Shoot.
that's right. Especially you're right with the phone, especially with programs like CapCut and that make it so easy to do.
You have a
You
computer in your
yeah, you
pocket.
do. Well, I said I did it. I spoke to you the other week, didn't I? I said, well, my wife was having her hair done. I put a video together using CapCut. While I was sitting in the cafe waiting for my wife to come back from getting her hair done, just tapped it into CapCut, add some images to it, put some text on it, uploaded it to TikTok and Instagram. Boom! Just while I was sitting there, and it was done in minutes. It was so easy to do, and you're right, it makes it so easy. You don't have to take your laptop away with you and make it a study session. You can just boom, you can go live. Hey guy, boom, you've got, like you said, you've got everything there in your hand. So it's constant. It's constant. So I was just reading your message come through there. So, but it's really, really good. It's really good, and you're right. There's no excuse, and I explain that to people, experienced people, and especially new people. I said you're going to get a spell, whether it's at the beginning. I said even if you get a run of leads and sign-ups. I said, and I don't care which marketer you speak to. I said, especially if you're using organic marketing like we do. I said they will all have spells when nobody joins. I said, if they say they've got leads and people joining every single day, generally that's not how it happens. I said, it doesn't happen like that. Not if you're just using organic marketing. I said, you're going to get a spell where nobody comes, don't get many leads as you were getting. You're not getting people on board. I said, but if you speak to the people like yourself and me, we keep going because we know we keep doing what we do, it's going to come back up again. And all of a sudden you get an influx on the other scale. Would you agree?
If you see, like, okay, I feel or I see something is wrong or I don't get it, call out. The dominators are who are longer in OLSP or the VIPs. We know where we can help you with that. We can coach you. That's why we're here. We can say, okay, what have you done? What is it that you're not doing? And let me
So
go with you through it. I now with Leah, my dominator, was yesterday, no, this morning at 3 o'clock. We were, yeah, I know. I
you know,
wasn't in bed. I was mind mapping, and then Leah came up and said, "Hey, Leah, how is it? Yeah, for the live webinar, what to do?" And I ran her through everything, and she does it, bam, 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 done. Half an hour, set up everything, everything. So yeah, here we go. Something new she learned, something new, something she already did, but said, "Yeah, give a run through. I don't mind." And
that's
I
right.
went a little bit after 3. I went to my bed and I was up at 7. Like, oh, I want to sleep, but I can't.
There we go. Look, Carl's just dropped a comment in. Ills, I've just started watching your videos. Very good content. There we go. You see
Be
that?
yourself.
Yeah,
Thank you, thank you,
that's
thank
it.
you.
How good is that? And just by attending these lives, he's now started to watch you, which is also
Mm.
going to help him.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about.
Even if
It,
you are driving and you have a camera and you can put it there, and you want to spill out your day, spill it out in the camera.
mm,
If you say it was a day of work with that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. Just use it as
yes,
your diary.
yes.
You always can use something.
Build you.
It's your day. It's your pain. It's your stress that people can relate on.
Yes, that's the word. I was just about to say that. People will relate to your story, and especially in the industry that Carl's in. He drives for a living. I know so many people that are having to stop. James, my VIP, has had to stop due to health reasons. He was a truck driver for a living. He can no longer do it. So he's another one that needs this income. He needs this to work. And that's the, got to, especially from over in America, that's got to be at least second, third, or fourth truck driver that I've spoken to that either had an injury or health reason forced to stop work, because none of us are getting any younger, but they for their own reason, they've had to stop and they're looking for these side incomes or replacement incomes. And these are the people you want to work with because, they're going to give it everything because they need it to work. It comes back to that need word again. It's so important. It's so much better. But Coles is now watching your content, which is really, really good. Like you just said, get on video, just shoot a quick one. What a day you've had, and that gives them the reason why you want to make this successful, why you've joined the program to create that second income. And you can bet your life there'll be other drivers watching that and going, you know what, I'm right, I'm with you. And if they can relate to your story, then they're more likely to join you because
You have your audience, huh?
you have your own, you're in. That's right, the individual audience. They're going to say, you know what, I relate to this guy, I completely get it, and then you'll start pulling people in like yourself, and then it's a different ball game, and they'll just stick around, and they'll want it to work, and they will come through, And if he's watching yourself, great, go check out the value, get on any calls that you can do, get on the huddle calls, get on. Wayne's Zoom call is a brilliant one to get on if you can get on it.
Tomorrow there's a webinar, a very special one.
Very special one with our Sir MB.
No. The webinar of Wayne.
Yes, but Dr. M's co-hosting.
I thought it was a live webinar
Yeah, I'm fairly
for
sure.
everybody.
I was fairly sure that Dr. M's on there as well. I may be mistaken. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was on it. I'll see it on his banner somewhere. I may be mistaken, but I'm sure that Dr. M is co-hosting it. We shall see. Maybe he's not. Who knows? Unless he was just saying that.
We will see. Surprise!
We will see. So you have very good content. You have a new admirer with Carl now watching your video.
Yay! Welcome.
But that's what we want. People getting ideas. Watch what other people do. Watch the content. That one that you commented on this morning, I saw someone do that, and I thought, what a great hook that is. They grabbed a viral video and just shot sort of the cruise ship. This one, and they said theirs was completely different, but they just said grab a viral video, only just have it for 10 seconds maximum, and then put your own clip after it. And I thought, how clever is that? Because you're grabbing these people's attention with this, what's going on here? And then, boom, all of a sudden there's you. And I think, I like that. I'm going to try that and put that out there. We try these things, it grabs people's attention.
We brainstorm, we try things out. I'm trying something with an automation now. And we share, if it works, it works. We share with the VIPs, and then Wayne goes through it, and then the dominators will get it. But we trying. We are in the mastermind. We try to figure things out. We test drive. We come up with questions. We have to. Otherwise, it's not a mastermind. I don't know how to do, but I'm doing something, and we have to let them see what we are doing the next time. So I get everything on paper. What are we doing? What day? So yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
So we get the key coaching, so we can coach our dominators key on.
That's what it's all about. It's all about. We want to help everybody. We don't want just people to just get on board, join for a month, and then drop off. What's the point in that? Because then you just got to forever.
Waste of your time.
Yes, it's all your resources, your time you spent with that person, and then they drop, then you've got to start all over again.
Yeah, but them too, it's also a waste of time of them.
Of course it is. So get the right, like you said, pick the right people. We'll get the right people from the start, and they're going to stay a bit longer. They're going to work hard. They're going to put the effort in. They're going to listen. They're going to learn, and then once they start to get it, it's a good feeling. Then you're watching them. They got it. They're starting to earn some money. They're going to start attracting people on board themselves. And that's what it's all about.
And that's our job, make them the income and see that they are thriving, and that's our job done.
Yes.
That's our passion that lies in their hands. And we say, come on, do it.
This is what we've always touched on, isn't it? We want to earn the money, but we like to see our team members earning the money as well. That's what you want. That's what you want. When they get people on board, seeing their excitement, getting their first commissions, and there's nothing better. It's really good. It's really
contagious. Good. It really is.
It is. So we're at the 42 minutes mark. I covered the two main subjects. I'll shoot that guy's profile over to you. And
and take let me see, and we'll look in where we can help and see where.
Yeah. You can always drop him a message or something, and I'll let him know. I told him what I thought, but I appreciate we got much more time with someone like that who comes and says, "Can you look at my profile? What am I doing wrong? I need some help." That's a completely different conversation.
That's the best question you can
absolutely
ask,
to come out and ask. So we do get a few on the ones that I just don't entertain. Because I think they're coming across the wrong way, and I don't entertain them. But when someone comes like that, asks for help and says, "Can you look at my profile? What am I doing wrong?" and all the rest of it, then yes,
we don't mind.
Do completely different. That's what we're here for. Doesn't matter if they're in my team or not. It doesn't matter what it is. We want people to do well.
Yeah.
So there we go. Happy Sunday and all that.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So yet again, I'm starting to lose count of where we are. I think today was number 23. I think was it. We're nearly halfway. I'm nearly halfway. How quick is this going?
Very.
So thank you once again for your value that you share, as always. Great value. Carl, thanks for staying around and joining us. Shame you couldn't jump on live today. Sunday's a bit quieter. I know a lot of people watch them back later because the view count's up quite a bit by the end of the day, which is great. So it helps people, which is really good. So thank you for joining. Whatever you do, people, have a great day. We shall see you hopefully. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully yours will be. She's fitting it into her routine now.
Yeah, but I have other program. It's a one-on-one call, so I don't know how long it takes.
Sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. Then there we go. But you're always welcome.
Are very busy, and Fridays are very busy.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
I try.
I'll have to manage on my own if you're not here. I'm sure I'll get
by. You can.
Okay, thank you, Ilse. Thank you, everybody who's listening in. And if you're catching the replay later, that's just as good. Whatever you do, have a great day, and we'll catch you later. Cheers and bye now.
Bye.